everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Nicole, and today is Tuesday, so that can only mean one thing. It is Tag You're It Tuesday. So let's get started. Good morning or good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Tag Tuesday. Today I am doing the song tag, and I was tagged by Courtney over at Tangible Read. So if you've not been over to her channel, don't forget to head on over and give her a subscribe and a like on her latest video. And this tag was originally done by Books, Songs and Other Magic, and I will link up that channel down below as well. I have only just discovered them, so I am still having a bit of a look around their channel and seeing what it is all about. But as usual, I will leave the prompts down underneath. If I remember. I try to remember. I will leave the prompts down below for you to make it nice and easy. And as the tag name suggests, this is all about music. All right, so let's just get into them. There are 7 prompts, and I also have to tag some people. This one was a bit tricky. Because like my reading, my music is very eclectic as well, because I am of the philosophy that nothing is out of reach. You should read all the things that you can read and listen to all the things that you can listen to, because you just never know, you might find a little gem in there that just changes your life or sparks an interest. So get ready for some very eclectic answers. Alrighty, so name a song that makes you happy. This was like, these sort of questions drive me a little bit mental, because it's like asking me to choose one of my favorite children. Now, I like a lot of music, and so I'm going to go with a very generic answer and say all music makes me happy. But anything from a Fleetwood Mac, Creedence Clearwater, Bon Jovi, and any upbeat tune from the 80s just makes me happy. And Walking on Sunshine by Casey and someone, names escape me, but anyway, Walking on Sunshine, always, if I hear that on the radio, that always makes me sing like no one's listening and dance like no one's watching. So that definitely makes me happy. Why? I have no idea. I just think it's the song itself. It's just upbeat and you can't help yourself but sort of dance to it. I mean, there's a lot of other songs as well of recent times as well, but I can guarantee if that song comes on, I'm tapping my foot, or I'm bopping out, or I'm dancing it through the studio or something like that. So yeah, but anything from those other bands will always make me happy too. Okay, name a song that is a great fit when you are in a pensive mood. Okay, I had to think about this one pretty hard, and this song was released in 1976. It is by the Eagles, and it's called Last Resort. Whenever I'm in a really reflective sort of mood or anything like that, I tend to put Eagles music on, and that song, from the moment that I heard it for the first time I was about 13 when I heard it, so it would be in 1983. That very first time that I ever heard it, it just, I don't know, it almost brought me to tears. It gave me goosebumps all over, and it just really, I don't know, it was just a really good song. It's the music in it, the tune of it, the words in it, like everything about that song. I just absolutely love it. So yeah, I'll have to put that one in. There's a lot of other songs that I do listen to when I'm in that sort of mood and whatnot, but that one would be my all-time favorite on that. All right, number 3, name a song that changed your taste in music. So far you can hear that I like that sort of bluegrass, folksy sort of music. That was sort of influenced by my parents, because they were into that sort of music and whatnot. And I liked a lot of 70s music and all that sort of stuff. But I think it was in the early 90s, I think it was the early 90s. I don't know when it was, actually. It might have been the early 2000s. But anyway, a song called Sandstorm by Durard. It is very much a song that you would hear at raves. Okay, so it's not house music as such, but it's very electronic dance music. And what they call in the dance genre. That song, I was already sort of in the dance on the edge of it. Like there were some songs that I liked, but not a lot. But this definitely got me right into the dance culture and going to dance parties and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, so that definitely changed my taste in music and opened me up to a lot of European DJs and all that sort of stuff from Ibiza and all those sort of like that sort of music that's played there, and a lot of the DJs that play there, especially in summer and all that sort of stuff. So that definitely took me down a completely different path from the folksy Eagles and Creedence Clearwater and Fleetwood Macs and all that sort of stuff. But I also, on the other hand, like a lot of pop music as well. So yeah. All right. Number 4, name a recent song that you just discovered and loved. Well, I think everybody's just discovered this one because it's only just been released in the last couple of weeks. I think it's sitting at the top of the charts at the moment. But Miley Cyrus's Flowers I absolutely love that song. I think it's a fabulous song. It should be every girl's anthem. The premise behind it and all that sort of stuff, like, regardless of what the controversy is about it and whatnot. I've seen some videos about it. I'm like, it's just a song, people. Let's just let it go, shall we? And not read too much into it. But anyway, I really like that song. And in fact, there's been quite a number of Miley Cyrus's songs that are just absolutely wonderful. I really, really like her music. Say what you want about her, but her music, I actually really like it. And she's probably up there with some of my favourite artists. Number 5, name 3 bands or artists that you love. Again, this is like asking me to choose one of my children. This was hard because there are so many bands. Like, do I put down Gerard because that changed my taste in music? Do I put down Fleetwood Mac because or do I put down Bon Jovi because it was, like Bon Jovi, I love his music, especially his early stuff. His first 3 albums, I absolutely, and subsequently I love other albums of his as well, but his first 3 albums are my absolute favourite. And I think that's because they hold so many memories for me. It was the first band that I ever slept. Like, kids don't do that these days because they do everything online, but it was the first band that I went and seen after I left home that I went and slept out for tickets for. Like, remember those days when we used to have to sleep out for tickets, and sometimes you'd have to sleep out for 2 or 3 nights just to get a ticket, and then half the time you'd miss out and stuff like that. So Bon Jovi definitely made the list. Fleetwood Mac, well, I just love Fleetwood Mac. Creedence Clearwater is another one that is there, and I'm going to throw in a couple of extras. Eagles is one of my favourites. Madonna is also another favourite of mine. And, and then there's a lot of indie music that I like as well that would fall into some of my favourite bands. But the top 3 would be Creedence Clearwater, Revival, Fleetwood Mac, and Bon Jovi. But again, you've just made me choose one of my children. Number 6, name an instrument that you would like to play. I would learn to play. I would love to learn how to play the piano, because of the simple fact is, when I was younger, I used to go and to a friend of my grandparents' place, and I was teaching myself to play the piano there. But I never had another opportunity. No one I knew had a piano, and my parents weren't able to afford music lessons or anything like that. The schools I went to didn't have music programs and stuff like that, so it was hard for me to do that. And when I left home, I got into the business of just surviving and stuff like that, so it always just got pushed down my list and that. But it's something that I would like to do, and with all the apps and everything now, I've actually been thinking about it lately, that I would like to, maybe take my hand at learning how to play piano, if not the keyboard, because we have a keyboard here that I got from my daughter. She learnt to play the theme song for school from Suicide Squad, and I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's a pretty good song too. And so she learned how to play that, and so we got her a cheap keyboard. So I might have to dust that off and pull that out and get myself a tablet and teach myself how to play the piano. Okay, so I missed a prompt, my bad, and I didn't realise it until I was editing. But anyway, number 7 prompt was name a fiction book with music at the centre of the book. Now I had to really think hard about this one, whether I had read anything. And then I remembered Courtney's answer, which was My Best Friend's Exorcism. I read that last year when she read it as well with MJ. But the other book that I have read as well, and it was a very much adult moment, and that is what everybody's talking about at the moment with the new show that's just come out, Daisy Jones and the Six. And I read that last year, I think I read that, and I absolutely love it, and music is definitely at the center of that one. So sorry about missing that, and you've got to look at this lovely little screen just here and listen to my voiceover, but that is my answer for prompt number 7. All right, and the next thing to do is to tag some people. So I went looking this morning, better than I did last time. I actually went looking this morning, and I noticed that a few people have not been tagged. I couldn't find it on their channel. They may have done it, but I couldn't find it on their channel. Anyway, I am going to tag Sid from Storytime with Sid. I'm also going to tag Heather from Heather's Heroes and Heroines, and I'm also going to tag Chatty from The Mad Chatterer. And I would love to hear what they've got to say. I think this is a really interesting tag because you get to see another side. It's not just book stuff. But that is my answers for today. So thank you very much to Courtney for tagging me. I actually thoroughly enjoyed doing this, and I hope the people that I have tagged enjoy doing it as well. And if you want to do this tag, I tag you too. All right, so have a great day, everybody. Hopefully you're getting lots of reading done or listening to music. Keep turning those pages, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.